Hello everyone, my name is Ken Carlson and today I'm going to be doing a review of the Veho, hope I'm pronouncing that right, Doupod monopod tripod combination. I was looking for a portable, tripod or monopod. I was hoping for something that did both to take with me on a trip I'm going on next month. And I needed something smaller than the standard tripod or monopod sizes because I'm only going to be carrying a small sling bag with me, and I wanted to bring the bare minimum of equipment that I possibly could. This is going to be an all-day trip, and what this was especially for is there's a fireworks show at the end of the night, and when I recorded it last year, this is the Epcot Food and Wine Festival by the way, I used the Sony NEX5N with the 16mm lens on it. Wanted to get the widest possible shot. Problem there is, since there's no image stabilization in that particular lens, and I was handheld, and it was cold out, that camera took a video that was so shaky it looked like I was having a fit, quite frankly. So, going over a few options, I finally found this on Amazon. I'll provide a link to it in the comments below the review. And it seemed to fit the bill. Now, it's obviously meant for smaller cameras, probably something along the lines of my father's Samsung here, which I will be showing on the camera later since I can't really use the G5 as it's what's recording the video right now. However, I've used the G5 with the 14-42 lens on it quite successfully. It holds it reasonably stable, but I wouldn't recommend it for long shots. You can use it for some basic video recordings and maybe some self shots and such. It also isn't exceptionally tall. I believe it only extends out to about 3 feet total. But it has reasonable stability for the size it is. Now, this is the monopod part. Good foam rubber grip on it. Ball joint on it. My only real complaint about this is, despite the fact that the ball joint is reasonably sturdy, the handle on it is relatively cheap feeling plastic, and every time I twist it hard enough to lock the ball joint into place, it frankly feels like it's going to snap off in my hand, and it would not honestly surprise me that after using it for a while if it didn't. The good news is it seems like it would be easily replaceable, and the actual screw on the ball joint seems like you could replace that relatively easy. The other nice part is that I can remove it from here and put it on the tripod. So, the tripod, obviously a table-sized one, can have a ball joint as well. Now, getting back to the monopod, let me just reattach the ball joint. You twist like this and extend it. Near as I can tell, this particular monopod, since it's handheld, is mostly for holding your camera, say, above crowds or at angles when you're recording a video. But it would do decently for handheld shots provided you used either a timer or a remote trigger to set it off. Because if you're holding it up like this, obviously, you're probably not going to have your hand on the shutter button. I'm going to go ahead and attach my father's camera to it just to show you. Twist the ball joint into place, and as you can see, it holds the camera reasonably well even with me shaking it. It's easily adjustable and gets a pretty good range out of it. Pretty good range of motion with no extra movement. Now I'm going to attach the tripod legs. And the nice part about these is there is a screw on the base where the legs meet the main part of the unit, and if you adjust it all the way down, you get the maximum height out of it. The legs are extendable, by the way. Or if you put the screw on the base all the way up, lose a little bit of height, but you'll gain some more stability. Now, I'm going to walk away for a second and move the camera out to try and get a wider angle shot on this so you can see the approximate height. I am also going to put a GorillaPod base unit in the shot, which I'm going to be showing to you later in the demo, just so you get an idea of the approximate scale of the unit. And there we are. Sorry, the lamp's in the shot. So again, it's 2 or 3 feet high, which is reasonable for what it is. It would just be nice if it extended out a little bit taller. You could probably, since it's a standard screw size on it, add a couple extensions to it, but obviously that's going to affect the stability. Now, one kind of nice thing about this unit that I found out after I got it is, since it's a standard screw size on it, I can actually take off these legs, take Mr. GorillaPod. Now I wouldn't recommend using this one obviously, because this one is meant for handheld camera, cell phone sizes and such, but you could take a more sturdy GorillaPod, screw it into the screw on the bottom, and then use the grip to attach it almost anywhere you wanted with the monopod attached. Maybe good for some, I don't know, out-of-the-way shots. Not really that useful, but it's there if you decided you wanted to use it. Build construction is decent on it. The aforementioned screw on the ball joint feels like it could snap, but it hasn't yet. I put it through its paces and it's stood up pretty well. My only other concern is that the adjustable monopod sometimes can get stuck. Now, really all you need to do is twist it and it goes right back into place, but I'm concerned that after, say, a few weeks, months, or even a year or so of use, it's eventually either going to get stuck and break, and that's going to be it for that. The only other thing I can really mention is that the tripod legs take a little bit more force than I prefer to get back in. So, same concern there. One day they may just decide to stop working, and that's it for that. Paid $34.99 for it on Amazon, which seemed like a decent price, and so far it seems to be worthwhile. I'll update the video or add some additional comments once I get back from the trip and tell you how it worked out. Thanks a lot, guys.